Hi, you're watching Channel 66 News. I'm Sydney and
I'm Emma, and we're going to be talking about society and culture today.
religious forces trying to replace foreign culture and values with Islamic forms of belief and behavior is known as Islamic fundamentalism. Extremists want to remove all Western influence in Muslim countries. There is currently Islamic fundamentalism in Iran under Ayatollah Khomeini.
In Egypt, militant Muslims assassinated President Sadat in 1981. All over the Middle East, cultural practices overshadowed women's rights. Later on, literature of the Middle East encouraged interest in historical traditions. An example of this is Cairo Trilogy by Naguib Mahfouz. He is the first writer in Arabic to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1988.
Hello, Nelson Mandela. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good.
You were in prison for 26 years, correct?
Yes, I was.
How did you end up in prison?
I wanted to overthrow the government because they were treating the people poorly, but I was sentenced to life in prison.
How come you were only in prison for 26 years, but you were sentenced to life in prison?
That's because I was freed by Desmond Tutu in 1990.
Once you were free, what did you focus on?
I wanted to be president of South Africa and fix human rights.
Elected in 1994, right?
Yeah, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and I'm so happy I was able to help all my people.
Glad you got to experience that. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for coming, Mr. Mandela.
It was my pleasure.
This is Payge signing off.
Do you ever need a bathroom for a public event?
I do.
If this applies to you, call Payge's Potties.
I love Payge's Potties.
You want fast action, outdoor action, real man-sized action? Well, here's action that tops them all in the combat branches of today's Army. And now, if you qualify, you can choose the action branch you want. Pick the artillery. Get in on the exciting missile and anti-missile field. Or pick the fast-moving armor. Work with the world's most up-to-date tanks. Or pick the mechanized infantry. The fast action branch for fast action outdoor guys. Whichever branch you pick, today's Army is the most mechanized freedom force ever assembled. So if you're for fast action, if you're an action kind of guy, take a long, strong look at today's Army. Pick one of the Army's 3 combat branches. The artillery, armor, or infantry. What's the next step? Into your Army recruiter's office.
welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about what happened after the tragedy of 9/11. In Iraq, there was a lot of struggles since 9/11. First, in 2002, President George W. Bush accused Saddam Hussein of having weapons capable of mass destruction. So in 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq and quickly defeated them, but no weapons were found. The U.S. stepped in to help keep terrorist groups out, but creating a government for everyone was hard to do because there are 3 different groups in Iraqi society. In 2005, a new government was formed, but there was still no unity. In 2006, Iraq seemed to begin spreading into civil war, especially the Shia who controlled southern Iraq and the Sunnis who controlled central Iraq. 2006 was also the execution of Hussein, which added to the turmoil. In 2007, the U.S. increased troops in Iraq to help end violence, but by July 2008, the U.S. had withdrawn all troops. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about economic problems in Africa. Africa relied on the exports of a single crop or natural resource. Africa's financial and technical resources limited economic growth without foreign investment. Africa relied on imports for manufactured goods and technology. New states sometimes use their scarce resources on military equipment rather than building foundations for industry or economy. Droughts in population growth taxed resources and slowed economic growth. Therefore, Africa's economy struggled.
Recently, Jews immigrated to the Palestine Mandate, their historic homeland. However, tensions between Jews and Arabs intensified. Great Britain rejected proposals for an independent Jewish state, and Muslims agreed. Zionists wanted Israel to be a home for the Jewish people. A United Nations resolution proposed that the Palestine Mandate should be divided into a Jewish and Arab state. Jews then proclaimed the State of Israel on May 14, 1948.